Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. And just want to talk about Tadar. This was the most recent project to launch on xLaunchpad, and it certainly, for me, has been the most successful. First of all, if anyone who knows anything about, I don't know, computers, MacBooks or Chrome, can you explain to me why both of these sites work absolutely fine on Safari on a MacBook Air? It's an M1 MacBook Air, okay? But if I look at it in Chrome, that's the Tadar one, and that's the xLaunchpad one. If I give it a refresh, you can see it very briefly appears and then disappears, and the same for the Tadar one. I've tried everything. I've tried clearing the cache, I've tried fiddling with the settings in Chrome, all sorts of things, and I just cannot get those sites to work, which is a little bit worrying, isn't it? Anyway, one cool thing about Tadar now is that it's actually on CoinMarketCap, so at least people know what it is. That's great, and it shows you here that it's available on X Exchange, and I didn't know about this. Bylaxi, what's that? But yeah, it's all looking good, reporting a market cap of 16 million. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I'll guess it's something like that. And you can see that the chart only goes back to this morning, given a price of like 32 cents, then going as high as 34, which is amazing because we got this at 0.022 on the xLaunchpad. So yeah, if we look here, this is the price I bought it at, or the price everybody got it at on the Launchpad, which is $0.022. And if you measure that from there to where we are now, that's 1,391%, and that actually went as high as 1,500%, which you must admit is a phenomenal increase. The only problem with any kind of Launchpad, though, is getting the allocation you need. So I was able to get a reasonable allocation by having e-gold that was staked. Now, I was staking it on the Hatton protocol. You can also stake it on the Xportal app, which is probably a much easier thing to do. And the other way that you can get an allocation is by having energy on X Exchange. And this is where these leagues come into action. Now, I'm in the Newton League here, which is the one before the final one, which is a Tesla League. And that determines your level of eligibility for the lottery tickets that get you the allocation. Well, I think I can still show you that if I go to projects, view project. Okay, so this was the Tadar one, and this was the eligibility tiers. So I was in this tier 2 here because of the e-gold that I held. So I had more than 100 e-gold, which got me 32 tickets. Okay. So to do any better, I would need 500 e-gold, which is something I am working towards at the moment. As far as the XMAX energy goes, I was in the Newton League, which meant my energy was greater than or equal to 500,000 million. So that's whatever that is. And that made me eligible for 16 tickets. So it was 16 tickets from that, and then 32 tickets from this one here. So 48 in total. I would love to be able to get to this tier here, to get 64. So for most people, if you're not already involved with X Exchange, your best bet would be to download Xportal, get hold of some e-gold and stake it on the Xportal app with a staking provider. That way you'd be eligible here. And if you had more than 1 e-gold, you'd be tier 5, more than 5, tier 4, more than 25, tier 3, and so on. Now bear in mind that even though I was eligible for like 48 tickets, I think I only won 9. And you have to buy the lottery tickets for about $32.50 each with e-gold as well. And the ones you don't win, the money gets returned to you. It's a hell of a process, but in the end, it was worth it. Now, one thing I didn't like was the fact that I was only actually able to take 25% of my winnings at the release of Tadar. So I've still got another 75% to come, which is going to be available on the 8th of June, 6th of October, and the 3rd of February next year. So the next important date is the 8th of June. Now, here's the thing. What actually is Tadar? I think what they're planning on doing, what they need is like lots of data to create AI stuff. And I think they want to use like humans, like me and you, to provide data that will then get used in making AI things. I think that's how I understand it. And it's going to be done by using an app on your phone and I guess, I don't know, making videos, talking to it, that kind of thing. And I suggest there will be some sort of reward, maybe in Tadar or something like that. I don't know. I've looked at it a few times and I really don't quite know what it's all about, really. That said, I don't really care actually, because all I really want to know is if the token's going to go up in price, and it has done so far. And yeah, it's all a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, that's what I'm doing with Tadar. So overall, I think it was a good Launchpad to get involved with. I know the Launchpad is a complete pain, and it's really not for everybody. And it does require you to have, well, if you want to buy all the lottery tickets you can get, it required me to have about $2,000 on hand to buy what was essentially about $200 worth of Tadar in the end, So you kind of need to be able to have that sort of money around, to get the tokens and then hopefully make a bit of money. So I suppose the question is am I going to sell some Tadar to cover my expenses so far? I paid about $320 for the Tadar that I've got, or that I will have rather, by the end. So in a way, taking about $320 out of the Tadar that I have probably makes sense, doesn't it? Let's have a quick look at that. But of course I can't do that at the moment because I metastaked the Tadar that I have. So I think what I might do is I might withdraw, say, half of it, and that would be about $500 worth. So I'm just going to go withdraw half of that, and I'll receive that after 9 to 10 days. That's okay. I think that's probably the sensible thing to do, and it's very rare that I do sensible things, so let's do it. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't earn much with the metastaking anyway. Now, I have heard rumours that the next token launch is going to be for Soxno, the NFT place. And if that's the case, then I'm going to be quite interested in that. And that could be, yet again, another good one, because this is quite an established site, this is. And it's been very key in everything to do with Multiverse X and NFTs that have utility, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm interested. Okay, so I didn't think I'd be into the Launchpad thing, the xLaunchpad, but I must admit this one's turned out really good. And yeah, I think I'm going to get involved with them in the future now. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to follow what I'm doing, please do like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've got the little bell ticked so you see all the notifications. Leave a nice comment. And above all, tell your friends.